Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. I just about forgot this chat this afternoon, to be 100% honest with you, so it's not going to be a very long one because we are working on deer stands today on the ranch, and we've been busy, and they're hollering at me right now saying, "Get your fanny over here. We need you. And that's kind of nice to say here, even if all they need you to do is just do work. But we've been having a really good time out here. It's been a great week as usual. We started the week out in great fashion. The Dodgers closed out the World Series on Tuesday night, I believe it was. That was an exciting game, incredibly great game. If they hadn't taken that pitcher out, I don't know if anybody had ever got a hit off of him. He was absolutely lights out. And once they took that pitcher out, obviously, it changed the game totally. But it's been a fantastic week. I'll let you know right now that the deer are doing great. All the deer are good. I think we have doctored up everybody, and they're well right now. Now, it's a moving target. It's kind of like, we've got the two of the three triplets left, and we got twins, and then, of course, Lucy and Milburn. Lucy and Milburn's been the one that's been sick, and then Forrest also. But it's kind of like if you got 4 or 5 kids, one of them's going to be sick just about all the time. Well, I think that's kind of the way it is with those deer. So, but we've become pretty good at giving shots. And we have to give a shots with a dart gun, and it's pretty hard to do. But once you get to realizing it really doesn't hurt them, but just for a second or two, kind of like us getting a shot in the arm or something, it's very little pain for a lot of benefit. And once you kind of get used to doing it, it's not so bad. You show up with that dart gun, though, they start running and hiding. I got to admit that. But we got them all doctored up. Everybody's in really good shape. Working on the catch of the day, we have 205 daily devotionals written. So that means we only got about, well, actually 160 more would make it, but we probably have to do about 5 or 10 extras. So we got 160, 170 to go. So we are getting on down there to getting that done, and working really hard at it. Just every chance we get, day and night, working till early in the morning till late at night on it. It's really difficult. I may video some showing y'all how I go about writing that book. I don't know that it'd be very interesting or not, but and I'm not a book writer, so I have written 6 or 7 books, but I don't know any other way to do it than to write it down on a yellow pad, and that's exactly what we've been doing. But we've got 205 of them done, and we'll be doing quite a few more of them this week. And I'm hoping to go fishing this week. We have been fishing a little bit. You know, I told you last week I wasn't going to fish any. I lied. I told you I wouldn't go fish any at all. Yeah, I lied. I didn't intend to, but I've been running down to the dock every evening, only for about 30 minutes or an hour every evening. That's all. I've been going out there fishing all day, just a little bit, and catching crappie. And let me tell you, I caught 21 crappie in 21 minutes the other evening. I was getting ready to do a Mike Iaconelli live. I don't know, a lot of y'all are on Mike Iaconelli's YouTube channel. I think he's got about 140,000 people on there. Does a fantastic job. Mike is a great fisherman. I've known him for way long time. I mean, many years before anybody had ever heard of Mike Iaconelli. I met him over on the East Coast, and he's a great guy, tremendous fisherman. I did a deal with him, Mike Iaconelli, live, and they were all dressed up in their Halloween costumes. And we had a real live Jimmy Houston in there. That's right. He looked way better than I look because he was like 30 or 40 years younger, but he had nice hair. I mean, really cool hair. And his glasses, needed a little improving, but his glasses wasn't that bad. But we did a deal with Mike, and on that night, I thought we could get that done before it got dark. And so I said, I'll just do the live deal, the live Ike Live or whatever they call it. I said, I'll just do it from the dock. But it got dark on me before we got started on that. But I went down and I caught 21 crappie in 21 minutes. 21 crappie in 21 minutes. That's exactly right. And with the evening before, Chris and I'd caught 40. Or 41, something like that. I mean, it's just been absolutely fantastic. The crappie are moving around a lot right now. We're catching them off our pier, but we don't ever catch them hardly 2 days in a row in the same spot. They move around, I think, moving with the bait fish, but crappie fishing is really good. Bass fishing is going to be spectacular this week. The water temperature is getting down in the mid-60s and even lower. We've had these cold fronts come in. We had ice and snow. Terrible situation in Oklahoma this week. We stayed just south of the ice storm, but we had hundreds of thousands of people without electricity for several days. Some may still be here in Oklahoma, and it was just a terrible ice storm. Broke off tree limbs and trees. It was a horrible Luckily, we missed it because it would have been a bad deal had we had it happen here. But luckily, we missed that ice storm. But this week, it's going to be in the 70s. I may run back over to 10 Killer and try to do a little bit more crappie fishing over there. I mean, bass fishing with crankbaits. I may go down here to Lake Murray and fish down there a little bit, or Texoma. I don't know. I'm going to go out there one day this week and try to shoot a video. Also, I want to tell you also, we gave away 20 T-shirts this last week, and we haven't announced the winners yet. I was going to announce the winners today, but I've been out here in the woods, and I don't know who the winners are. I just don't have a list of them. So I will try maybe to do a video maybe tomorrow, and just to be a little short video announcing those 20 winners. And we're pulling 10 winners from Facebook. Our Facebook went over 500,000. In fact, it went over 500,000 late this week. 500,000, 500,000 fans on Facebook. I think we've added about 2,500 or 3,000 since it went over 500,000. Our YouTube channel went over 80,000. It went over 80,000 right before the end of October, just in the last day or two. I guess maybe day before yesterday. It went over 80,000. So we give away 10 T-shirts. All y'all had to do is just tell me your size, and we're going to pick 10 winners now. I think the girls have already picked the winners out through that random draw deal, and I was supposed to announce them today, and just my bad. What can I say? My bad. That's all I can say. But the bass are biting really, 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 really good. So get out there. If you got some sick leave built up at work, if you could get off early from work and go fish from whatever time you get off till dark. It gets dark real early right now. You know, that's the sad part about it. It gets dark real early. We move that time back. And golly, just before you know it, it's dark. It's amazing. That just changed, last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. And but it's amazing how quickly it's getting dark right now. Those of you that are bow hunting, the deer are definitely chasing in southern Oklahoma. Probably chasing all over the south. Not real serious, but they're serious enough, let me tell you right now. And so deer hunting is outstanding. Bass fishing is good. Crappie fishing is good. Get out there in the outdoors, like my buddy Richard Jean, the fishing machine, says, because it's good for you. Go fishing because it's good for you. Or whatever he says, I don't know. But he's a dandy. I love him to death. He's a great friend. But fishing is good for you. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to catch the COVID out fishing, running around the woods like I've done today. I've got a lot of friends that have caught that. But can I tell you, just about every one of them recovered without too much trouble at all. And I've got some friends that's in their 80s and in their middle 80s, which is getting on up there, and have caught the COVID. And I won't mention any names. Some of them you'll know who they are. But they got over it really, really well. So there's a lot of good cures for it now. It's not nearly as dangerous as it was. It still can kill you, just like everything else. But it's not nearly as bad as cancer. It's not nearly as bad as heart trouble. So we're going to have a vaccine for that pretty quick. But even if you catch it, most likely you're going to get over it and be just fine. 98, 99%, over 99% if you're young. But even at my age, probably got 1 or 2% chance of dying if I catch it. And I don't want to catch it. I'm not trying to do that, but we're trying to do everything we can to keep from catching it. But we're still running our life. We're still doing things. We're living without fear. That's the main thing. We are living without fear. Speaking of that, let me end this thing right here because they're hollering at me over there. Bill and I are saying, we need you over here. We need you over here. They're hollering at me. But let me just end this. Vote is Tuesday. I know about 100 million people close to it, or maybe a little over by now, have already voted, and that's fine. I think here in Oklahoma, you can actually go change your vote. So if you voted for somebody and you decide you want to change your mind here at the last minute, I think you can in Oklahoma. Somebody told me that. I didn't know that. I've already voted myself. I'm definitely not changing my vote. And but go vote. Go vote. I'm not going to throw anything out there about any type parties or do any political talk at all because y'all kind of know I'm just so proud of America. I'm proud of the United States. I just want to make America better and better and better. I hate socialism. I'll just lay it right out there. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I hope we never are a socialist country. I don't think we're going to turn into one after this election. We could, but I just don't think it's going to go that way. But go out there and vote. Exercise your right and vote. And that way, if you want to do some complaining and griping in the next 4 years, you certainly can. If you voted, you got a right to, okay? So anyway, guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one this week. Chris will be having another update on the deer on Friday. But they're doing great. They're doing just absolutely fantastic like now. Like little kids. They're growing like a weed. But you guys go out there and have you a great day. And remember, I love you.